So when I was growing up, I was an only child, and when I was around 5 years old, my parents divorced, and my dad and I, we moved in with my grandparents. So then when I entered my early teenage years, my dad got remarried, and it was at that time that we moved from my grandparents' house, moved into a very controlling environment. And so this created a bit of a dynamic between my stepmom and I where it just steadily spiraled downwards. And so I was just doing regular kind of teenage things. I got into alcohol and some low-level drugs, and then my stepmom saw that I was doing these things, and then she called various family and various friends together, and the consensus there was I needed to essentially be taken to the authorities. I wasn't that monster that I felt that my stepmom was portraying me to be, and I lost all hope. I was looking at different options on how I could resolve my situation. Then suicide became one of the options that I could take. Would anyone really care? And the only reason why I didn't take that plunge is because of my grandmother, my grandfather, and my dad, because I knew that it would be an eternity for my grandparents and my father to endure the heartache of someone who passed. That period of time was very difficult for me, and my great-grandfather, he had to go into a rest home. And he asked my grandmother, would Alex like to move into my house? And I said, yes, I'd definitely do that. So I took that chance, I took that opportunity, and I could start living my life. I struggled at high school. Often I would fail at many of my tests and my exams. I would often see on my report card that he works hard, but it's just not translating into his grades. It's funny now, having been diagnosed with dyslexia, I've lived all my life struggling and wanting to learn and grow, but just the effects of it put roadblocks in front of me. At that point, I left school and I was deciding what I could do because my grades weren't high enough to get into university straight out of school. So I was given an opportunity to actually study outdoor leadership. And that opportunity allowed me to then go into university to be able to study. And so at the university, they have this learning centre where you have lecturers and supervisors that give their time to help students. And I was able to move from a struggling student, barely getting C's, then my grades improved from C's to B's, then to A's. I could then start to learn how to learn. So where I am now, I've got 2 master's degrees in management and human resources. All this from someone that never thought that they would succeed in life academically. What I've learned is to think big and ask God for his help. Ask him for the opportunities for him to work in my life to achieve the plan that he has for me.